This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply. This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
BTW FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radio pain. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
Dealing with hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, is tough. But you're not alone. Before I started Cosentyx, I looked at the website and saw it had many years of clinical research. That made me feel confident.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if allergic to Cosentyx. Get checked for TB before starting. Increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like TB or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some were fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Don't wait. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Knowing you could be saving money for the things you really want, like that dream house or ride, is a great feeling. That's why the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you save when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/Jack Welch MBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
Go further with the American Express Business Gold Card. Earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels when you book through AmexTravel.com. Whether your destination is a business conference or a client meeting, your purchases will help you earn more points for future trips. Experience more on your travels with Amex Business Gold. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at polestar.com.
The Theatre of Innovation. Why companies prioritize appearances over innovation. This article explores the phenomenon of innovation theatre, whereby companies prioritize the appearance of innovation over genuine creative investments. Despite executive rhetoric about disruption and new product development, Many organizations fail to properly resource or incentivize true innovation, instead opting for visible but shallow initiatives that generate positive PR without challenging the status quo. The author examines how misaligned incentives, short-term thinking, and risk aversion collectively undermine authentic innovation efforts across industries from technology to pharmaceuticals, while proposing that companies can overcome these barriers by restructuring compensation toward long-term outcomes.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
This episode is brought to you by Blink, an Amazon company. Think you're ready for Prime Day? With up to 50% off Blink Smart Security, you will be. With crisp HD video, real-time alerts, and two-way talk, you'll know the moment your packages arrive. Save big on Blink Smart Security, starting at just $19.99 with the Blink Mini 2 plug-in camera. Shop now at Amazon.com/Blink.
Hey business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
Empowering autonomous innovation teams and fostering cultures that view failure as valuable learning rather than punishable error. In today's fast-paced business environment, innovation has become a buzzword that companies pay lip service to but fail to authentically prioritize or resource appropriately. While executives preach the importance of inventing new products and disrupting their own industries, their actions often betray a focus on appearances over actual innovation. This phenomenon of innovation theater represents a missed opportunity for businesses to differentiate themselves and gain competitive advantage through genuine creativity and breakthrough ideas. Today, we will explore the key reasons why companies indulge in innovation theater rather than committing to real innovation efforts. Misaligned incentives reward appearances over innovation. Research shows that one of the primary reasons corporations indulge in innovation theater is misaligned executive incentives that reward visible outcomes over longer-term investments, cross-in and are paid in. 2010. Quarterly earnings expectations and annual bonus structures encourage strong bottom-line numbers today rather than risky bets on tomorrow's innovations. As a result, leaders often find it strategically safer to speak loudly about innovation priorities without allocating the time, money, and autonomy required for true innovations to emerge. Buin et al. 2010. A prime example is Google's 20% time policy, intended to allow engineers discretionary time to work on self-directed ideas. While hailed as a driver of major Google products like Gmail, industry insiders note 20% time has more recently become a public relations stunt rather than the innovation backbone it once was. Chafkin. 2018. With increased Wall Street pressure, Google now tracks engineering time more closely and expects profits from discretionary projects, contradicting the philosophy of allowing ideas to freely incubate. In the pharmaceutical industry, researchers are similarly incentivized to pursue me-too drugs that serve existing markets over riskier explorations of new therapeutic areas. Dixon and Gagliardi. 1986. The 5 to 10-year road to FDA approval means executives accountable to quarterly profits see little upside to moonshot research projects. As a result, major drug companies invest in flashier innovation centers and accelerators, with few commercialized products to show. Prioritizing PR milestones over developing real breakthrough drugs. Spellberg et al. 2019. Short-term thinking discourages disruptive innovation. Short-term business horizons widely perpetuate innovation theater rather than disruptions that could reshape industries over the long run. Public companies in particular face consistent pressure from shareholders to maximize value within 2 to 3 year windows. Barton and Wiseman. 2014. This discourages executives from back-burning current returns for a remote chance at a drastically different future. Consider electronics giants like Samsung and Intel who have poured billions into research yet struggle to develop genuinely new product categories as disruptive as their initial innovations. Christensen. 1997. Their incremental improvements keep them competitive against peers in the near term, but cannot possibly outpace Silicon Valley startups unburdened by institutional inertia. In the automotive industry, legacy manufacturers like GM and Ford only significantly increased electric vehicle investment after pressure from regulators and new entrants like Tesla that pioneered the modern EV market. D'Aveny. 1994. Their cash cows of gas guzzlers disincentivized disruptive thinking despite obvious market shifts toward sustainability. Meanwhile, PR around concepts like GM's Ultra Cruise generates short-lived excitement without resolving misaligned priorities or budgets. Risk aversion favors incremental improvements when executives and investors prioritize minimizing risks over breakthrough outcomes. The safest path is invariably incrementalism rather than experimentation. While small changes accumulate over time, they rarely constitute true innovation and cannot compete with disruptors willing to place larger bets. Christensen. 1997. In consumer packaged goods, low risks and high barriers to entry have led to stasis despite a crowded marketplace. Companies churn out line extensions and new flavors in an arms race of marginal gains. Unilever's recent incubator initiatives serve mostly to rebrand pre-existing R&D as innovative. Lacking strategic portfolio shifts or high-risk, high-reward investment. Stopfort. 2016. In healthcare IT, Epic systems like Cerner's Millennium platform evolve incrementally through regulated upgrades rather than exploring adjacent applications or platforms. Focused on serving existing clients, Cerner's innovation announcements repackage roadmaps as breakthroughs to maintain an innovative brand perception. Dobozansky. 2017. Aligning incentives to reward long-term innovation to transition beyond innovation theater. Companies must first align executive and employee incentives with long-term goals that prioritize disruptive thinking and risk-taking. This starts with compensation structures focused on multi-year targets and key performance indicators beyond near-term profits alone. Leaders like Reed Hastings at Netflix have pioneered incentive systems rewarding innovation over margin expansion. Netflix shares vest over several years, meaning Hastings profits from value created rather than quarterly financial engineering. Similarly, Amazon's innovative culture stems from a performance review system grounded in employees' long-term impact rather than current quarter achievements. Moya. 2012. Promising examples also exist in pharma, where Vertex set shareholder expectations to accept a long road to profitability as they aggressively pursued transformative cystic fibrosis drugs. Focusing on important long-term milestones over short-term profits allowed bolder innovation that ultimately led to medical and commercial breakthroughs. Cantor. 2006. Empowering dedicated innovation teams to foster genuine innovation. Companies must empower autonomous teams with dedicated budgets and decision rights separated from core operations. O'Reilly and Tushman. 2008. 3M is an exemplar of allowing scientists to pursue ideas openly within an innovation unit operating independently from sales and production pressures. Similarly, Google established independent units like X and G with board-level support and resources to freely explore potentially company-changing innovations like self-driving cars and healthcare technologies unburdened by current business lenses. In contrast, merely bolting innovation labs onto existing firms risks their ideas being judged and discarded through ingrained selection biases. True empowerment requires new teams being given space and staying power to nurture radical ideas. Schmidt and Rosenberg. 2014. Promising approaches include selective venture arms like CVS Health's new CVS Caremark business incubator. By operating separately from core pharmacy benefits with dedicated funding and leadership, the incubator model balances innovation freedom with strategic alignment to the parent company's expertise and assets. Glass. 2021. Embracing failure as learning to seed disruptive ideas that may fail but could yield massive successes. Organizations must foster a culture encouraging risk-taking without fear of failure. At present, public and private firms alike excessively punish missteps, conditioning many would-be innovators to play it safe. Wang and Christensen. 2008. Business icons like Amazon and Tesla made it okay to fail by framing mistakes within an overall march toward ambitious aims. Their leaders treat failures as inevitable learning on the path to pioneering new frontiers, freeing teams to place more substantial bets. Similarly, Anthropic's approach training of AI safety researchers allocates time for innovation sprints, where attempting risky ideas comes before expectations to succeed. Miller. 2020. Such cultures of treating individual failures non-punitively contrast with prevailing corporate approaches threatening repercussions. Instead, framing setbacks positively as offering wisdom encourages backing more uncertain innovations that could yield radical leapfrogs versus low-risk tinkering. Sitkin. 1992. Conclusion. While espousing innovation's importance, many companies in practice prioritize appearances through innovation theater over authentic creative efforts. Misaligned incentives, short-term thinking, and risk aversion all too often discourage genuine innovation in favor of incremental tweaks and PR wins. However, those redirecting focus to long-term success, empowering autonomous innovation teams, and cultivating failure-positive cultures stand to reap massive rewards by unleashing disruptive potential. For organizational leaders committed to innovation, the choice is clear between surface-level theater and meaningfully cultivating the breakthrough ideas of tomorrow.